Hello, Casey here. We're really going to talk about getting unstuck with your fitness, health, and weight. I know a lot of people right now are in the DMs and they're feeling stuck with weight and fitness, and guess who has some ideas on why and what to do. This is what I've been doing for 15 years, and I actually specialize in helping women crack the weight loss and fitness code, even if they tried everything else. I know that even sounds like, yeah, just try it on for size. Let's see if it makes sense to you. And by the way, anytime I'm saying anything and you're like, I want that, or how do you do that? All you got to do is put results in the comments and we will make sure you get the right thing.
I was not supposed to be successful. Hey there, Casey Ship here, fitness model, hormone expert, and a master energy healer. I help goal-oriented women clear out the reason why nothing has worked and finally step into their purpose and get everything they've ever wanted.
Now, if you're stuck and you're wanting to get unstuck, we could be here all night because I have a trauma-informed approach. But why trauma? And I actually want to change that word. Like little kids say boo-boos. I think we should just start calling it boo-boos because trauma has this energy that's like, that's, whoa. What are you talking about? I don't have trauma. I just am struggling with my weight. That usually comes from trauma. Now, let me explain. So if you're stuck and you want to get unstuck with weight and fitness and hormones, and you've tried all the things, you're trying all the things, and maybe some things work, but you're just still here in the rut. There's a few things. Number one, an easy thing you can do to get unstuck and in a different routine is change it up. Now, don't worry. We're going to go deeper than this because these are all surface level, basic things. But one thing you can do, if you were always doing the same thing every day, you can always change it up. For example, I would do a certain type of warm-up every morning. Maybe I would walk, or maybe I would do certain type of stretches or something, or maybe you just wake up and eat your breakfast and you go do something. Instead of doing that, change it up, or just change up your regimen, your schedule. We're midway through the year. Those of you that's in the vision party with me, that's why we're doing mid-year July, because everybody's in this energy of 2025 is closer to us than 2024 is. We're all feeling this certain way. School's about to get back in. We're in the summer. But I'm not denying the fact that you've maybe always struggled with weight and you've tried to do programs after programs. You've tried going to the doctors like the rest of us and all these things. They're telling you you're normal. You're not. I got you covered. Even if you want all the hormone resources that we use to heal adrenal fatigue, and you can use our doctors. Like I said, just put results in the comments and we'll get that over. Make sure you get the right one. But changing your routine up's one thing. Now, here's another aspect. The reason why we get stuck in cycles is from trauma. That is a trauma pattern. Trauma patterns, you typically will just repeat the same stuff. Even if you think, oh no, this is going to work this time, but you find yourself losing steam after a few weeks, this is why. We are hardwired. Our brain, it's literally in your brain. It's not even your fault. This is something that you've been hardwired. You have been programmed to be. Your neurotransmitters, like the chemicals in your body, your hormones in your brain, they are programmed, and it's like an old operating system. So what you need is a new operating system. No, it sounds crazy, but hang in there with me. So what needs to happen is you reprogram these hormones, and these hormones will convert to neurotransmitters in your brain. You will literally start to think differently, because that's all it is. Imagine you see all these other people and they seem like they're motivated. They're not. We're never just always motivated. I'm a fitness model. I've been doing this for 15 years. I have two C-sections, 2 kids, total hysterectomy, like almost 40. There's a reason why I always seem like it looks easy for me, and I tell you the how. But I'm giving you just the tip of the iceberg right here, but I know it's going to make a big difference because I understand what it's like to feel stuck and in a rut. That's why we're actually doing the challenge right now during summer, and we're doing this 90-day challenge together, and it's like a completely different energy than any other challenge from what women has typically done in the past that gets them right back in the same old cycles. But you need new neurotransmitters, new chemicals. You need a new chemical response because the way you've been thinking, the way you've been being is what's getting you the results. So how do we do this? Number one, the food and gut test. A lot of you have already had it. So you get the food and gut test. You follow what it says. Okay. Only do the green stuff. Whatever it says red, don't do it. Orange is like hit or miss. That's number one. As you start to eat the foods that are on the food test, that's going to offload stress, which is going to affect your hormones. Now, moving on, because that's the food test is great, but like I said, it's almost like you can't just do one thing. You have to do the holistic approach. Now, hormones. There's a specific way and a specific approach to the hormones. You have to address the adrenals. If you're focusing on thyroid or even testosterone, pissing money in the wind for a lot of women. Now, it's not that way for everybody, because I know some people's going to say things, but you know what? In my world, yeah, it is. I've seen it work with thousands of women and helped thousands of people. And it comes down to, and knowing what I know about trauma, the reason why women stay in a rut, it's a trauma pattern, and it's a hormonal chemical response. We're hardwired, y'all, to stay in cycles. Bear with me. So you get your hormones checked, but you check on, and if you want to know the exact ones we check and what the goals are, that's in my free Facebook group. It should be in the featured post. If you want any of this, like I said, just put results in the chat and we'll make sure you get the right thing. You need to get your hormones checked. If you need our doctors, we got you covered. Specifically checking the adrenals, because that's going to be the foundation and how you convert these other things. The adrenals specifically have to do with the stress hormone, the fight or flight, being in survival mode. Some signs that women are in survival mode is stubborn fat. They're stuck. They feel like there's not enough time. They feel guilty if they go work out. They feel like there's not enough time in the day. They feel like there's just not enough. They compare themselves to other people. You find yourself scrolling a lot, numbing out a lot with wine and sugar and food, putting yourself last. All these things come from survival mode, not sleeping well. All these things, a hormonal response. And two, aging doesn't help, but trauma just compounds. So over time, people think that, oh, it's my kids, or oh, it's when I hit this certain age. Yes and no. Age has a little bit to do with it, but it's more about your unique life experiences that are built up in the nervous system. So what we have to do is, yes, while we're getting the hormones done and balanced out, that's going to give you enough energy to finally regulate. Hold on, I'm on a live. To finally regulate the nervous system. You have to learn how to regulate the nervous system. It goes way beyond breath work. It goes way beyond thinking positive. Actually understanding how trauma impacts the body, our thoughts and experiences, and unique ways of being in this world. There's a whole science, right? And I hate to make it sound like crazy, but it's actually simple once you realize, oh my God, no wonder I've always struggled with weight. Oh my God, I'll make it very simple for you. You get the food and gut test, you get the hormones, and immediately you start to understand, you go through the trauma, learning why your nervous system is dysregulated. Like why it's hard to stay motivated after 4 weeks, why you got so many diets that you purchased and it didn't work, why the doctors are telling you you're normal and you know you're not normal, why nothing has worked in the past, and here you are again stuck and struggling with the same thing. That is nothing more than you have trauma in your nervous system. I don't know how else to put it, or fucking shiny putting a banner up. Like, I don't know what else to say here. It's been the message is the message. Number 3, you have to learn how to train to do those specific exercises and learn how to eat properly based on your trauma, based on what you have going on, where your nervous system is at. You cannot take a woman who is 42 years old and has a brand new baby and her other 2 kids are teenagers and has maybe an ex-wife she's dealing with. She works full time. She's maybe like an NP, maybe has her own practice and maybe has some stuff on the side trying to grow her business. Her husband kind of helps, kind of doesn't, and she feels responsible for her mother-in-law, and she's trying to be there every weekend for, her mom or something. You cannot tell that woman to show up to the gym for an hour 4 or 5 days a week and eat a certain amount of calories. It's a fucking joke. Her hormones she is one big trauma response. There's way too much on this woman's plate. So what do we do, Casey? Everything's just going to fall. That very thought in itself is a trauma response. Reset and restore. Going through the course, reset and restore. If you want any of these resources, put results in the comments and we got you, because this is going to clear your lineage. This is going to clear your generational coding. So your kids have a better shot at this versus just repeating the same cycle of the struggle and always struggling with, they've got everything else, but the weight and the hormones and there's something off with the health. It's not cool. And it's so simple. It's more of a nervous system. Once you learn how the nervous system works, how trauma impacts the body, you're going to look at dieting and everything you do much different. Business, everything much differently. To reiterate, food and gut test, hormones. When you have those 2 things right there, you can dive into understanding clearing the nervous system, clearing the root issue, which is the clearing the trauma, neutralizing the trauma, healing from the trauma, because some of y'all have big boo-boos and you never went to the right specialist, and now there's like a formation, it's causing some issues, and you're thinking that there's a hormone problem, or that you're just not motivated enough, or that there's just something wrong with you, when really it's just a one little thing. You're like, oh my God, that's what it was. Yeah. And then lastly, you pair the right workouts and the right type of dieting, which everybody thinks dieting is restriction and you've got to eat a certain way. No. Like, I just went on a beach thing today. I didn't even have anything planned. I've got some broth. I've got fruit and chips. Look, where's my chips? Look, I ate chips. Once you learn how your body, where it's at on a hormonal basis, and you understand your unique way of being and how you think and how you be and what emotions are coming up, and like you're aware of things, and you know how to slow down, and you know how to, hey, if I'm feeling this way today, I need to train this way. Oh, wow, if I'm doing this, here's how I need to eat. We give you the exact how. We give you the exact how. If you want to do it with me, great. If you want to do it yourself, that's fine. You can go get the resources, totally. Food and gut test, hormones to heal the adrenals, getting your IGF-1 up to 300 plus. Okay, once those two things, the adrenals and the IGF-1 are good, then you can start hammering out the testosterone and the thyroid. But what happens if you're numbing out with wine and you're stressed out and you're not eating? Okay, see, hormones are only going to take you so far. Same thing with just food. This is why workouts alone don't work. You know, it's like taking a knife to a gunfight sometimes, pissing in the wind, like a fucking screen door on a submarine, like pedals on a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to do the holistic approach. Food and gut, hormones, clearing out the trauma in the nervous system, literally reprogramming your operating system, reprogramming how you do life, how you think, how you be. Becoming literally a different person, who you were actually before these life experiences taught you certain things. It's crazy. Finally, pairing the right workouts. And part of me is, oh, they can't handle this. Yes, you can handle this. You're already working out. You're already doing all these stupid ass diets like intermittent fasting and fucking carnivore diets and the beach diet and this diet. You're already doing those things. You're already going to doctors. You're going to keep doing the same shit, except you're going to be doing way less of it and enjoying your life way more. Your energy is going to grow and your body's going to take up less space. How about that? So that's how to get unstuck, is you handle those four aspects: food and gut, hormones, clearing the trauma, learning how to regulate the nervous system, and thinking differently, but not just think positive. That's toxic positivity. It's spiritual bypassing. We're not doing that. We're not immature. Okay? We're big girls. We can handle our stuff. It's understanding who you are. Why do you feel so responsible for those things? And let's take some of that off your plate. But if I do, that's what's going to happen. Oh, so you're a people pleaser. Okay, trauma response. Oh, so you're afraid you're going to fail again. Okay, trauma response. Literally, what if you could just eradicate the reason why you've even struggled with weight? What would life look like if you finally cracked the code? I'll just let you sit with that. What if this got to be easy? Would you lose your identity? What if this really got to be easy and your thyroid was good? You didn't even have Hashimoto's anymore. We've helped women do that. What if it got to be easy and you got your body, and wow, you'd probably have more sex, travel more, enjoy your life, go off at the kids less, feel peaceful, feel gratitude, enjoy. Opportunities would start to happen for you. Wow. My life's this is so much better. That's what happens. That's how you get unstuck. But the first thing, the surface level thing, is you could just change your routine. If you want a change of routine, look, come over. The challenge, y'all, the Tight Tummy Takeover, we are focusing specifically on hormones that create a tight midsection. There's a reason why some of these women don't really work out that hard. And no, it's not plastic surgery. There's just a reason why. And I'm going to show you how to biohack your hormones to get better results and not even have to do all the things everybody else is doing to get results. I'm just saying, if you want the easy button, it's right here. So click the easy button, comment results, hit me in the DMs. We'll help you get it figured out. And we'll send that over to you. Okay, bye.